Let's look at some of the content in NearPod. The first one we have here is a video, and notice when I went to the slide on the teacher's screen, it asked me if I would like to play this video on all devices or this device only. And you can apply for the rest of the lesson, meaning any other interactive videos that you have slated for the rest of the slide deck will all keep the same settings. I'm going to say all devices just so that you can see what happens. We can always go back and try the other one in just a moment. Now, when I designed this slide deck, I was able to put in these two little blue buttons here. You see the dots down on the timeline at the bottom. I can turn on or off interactive mode. When I turn that off, the little dots disappear, so I can just play the video all by itself. But if I leave interactive mode turned on, then when we get to that point in the video will pause and students will respond to a prompt. I can also choose if the sound is on or off, and I can play. There are some settings here, including the video quality as well as the playback speed. I'm going to leave those alone for now, but it's nice to know that those are options. So let's go ahead and hit play and see what happens. Giving you a moment to read. So notice that the video didn't even start on my student screen before it went ahead and prompted with the first activity. So that's just something to note, that if you are controlling the playback of the video, you can't guarantee that it's playing back at the same time as all your students. So that might be a really great reason to let students control the playback of their video. So let's go back just a moment and start over. And this time I'm going to say this device only, and we'll see what happens this time. Again, I'm leaving interactive mode turned on so that you can see what happens. And notice that this time it's saying eyes up front, the video will play on your teacher's device. Come back here when it's time for an activity. So at this point, the students are prompted to head back to Zoom or whatever casting software you're using to watch the video with you. So let's try it this way. All right, we hit that little blue button and there's a question. The question does still pop up on students' screens. So let's try London. Submit. Remember, there's always that pesky submit button at the bottom. Remember, you won't be able to change your answer once you submit. 100% of students on the teacher screen have answered London. 100% of the students are incorrect. I can see that in either kind of list or pie chart, and I can share the solution. So now students can see that they were wrong. It is in fact Toronto. We can now hit play, and it's continuing the video right where we left off. When you hit that blue button again, it's going to pause and give students another prompt. This time it's an open-ended question. These are the only two question types in this interactive video content. So you can do a multiple choice or you can do an open-ended. I notice a rubber ducky, and I will submit. I'm definitely sure I want to submit. Here, I have the answer directly in my screen. I can even share this with the class if I'm on full screen mode. It is struggling to show that to you in our small window. So I can share with the class, and I'll go back to half screen mode, and now you can see on the student screen here, it's displaying that response to the whole class. I'm going to unshare that with the class. It goes right away. Now, I can still hide student names. If I wanted to display all the responses, I could hide student names, and now all of the names show up for the teacher as little dots or little stars. And I can collapse and I can continue watching, or I could expand. This is a really wonderful feature, but you have to make sure you plan it just right.